And given what you've said about international motivation and also the short length of the program, how specific do candidates need to be in their career essays about, this is what I want to do. I want to work in this country or I want to work in this industry. Do they really need to drill down and show that a clear sort of career plan post INSEAD MBA, or can it be a little more open-ended?
Right. I mean, most people, often candidates are concerned that, if they come to INSEAD, it's a 1 year program, and so that it's going to be difficult to make a career change. And so, that is not the case. There's a lot of change going on. INSEAD looks at career change across 3 dimensions. So there's geographical change. Before I worked in the US and now I'm working in China. There's functional change. So before I worked in marketing and now I'm working in finance. Or there's sectoral change. So changing industry. And, typically about at least 80% of the students are changing on one of those dimensions. And of course, there's always about 10% or so that go back to previous employer because they're sponsored. So the vast majority of the others are making some significant change. And, there's often about a quarter of the class, at least, who are changing on all 3 dimensions.
Wow.
All right. So, I mean, my particular experience, when I went to the MBA at INSEAD, before I did the MBA program, I was working as a management consultant in Paris. And what I wrote in my application, which was very genuine at the time, my ambition was to work in the media industry in France when I graduated. And then when I did graduate, I was working for the International Finance Corporation in Jakarta. So, it was totally unexpected. I would never have anticipated that. So, the school understands that people go through a big transformation when they're on the MBA program and you're exposed to things that have never crossed your path before. And this will change your mind, probably in many cases, about what you want to do in the future. That's fine. But what the school is concerned about is someone really has no clue what they want to do afterwards and is very wishy-washy. Because, typically those candidates may struggle to find a focus during the program and may struggle then with a job search because they're sort of, that they can't, they're sort of going in lots of different directions at once and they can't really fix on a sort of short list of opportunities that they want to pursue. So even if the vision that you map out in your application, at the end of the day, maybe it's going to have no correlation whatsoever to what you will do. But the fact that you're able to express a vision and formulate a vision that is genuine at that time of application of what you want to do, that is a good signal that you're someone who is driven, who is ambitious, who can visualize the future and can map out a path for yourself. And if you're able to do that, then when you're on the program, even if you change your mind, you go from wanting to work in the media industry in France to wanting to work in development in Indonesia, you're probably someone who can, refocus and then work out, okay, well, if this is what I want to do, how am I going to get there? So it's a good signal if someone is able to articulate that type of vision. I know it's very tough when you're at the very early stages of your career to decide what do I want to be doing after my MBA and even further down the road in 5 or 10 years. It's very hard to know that. And things will probably change. But I think there is a lot of value in candidates really investing some time in thinking deeply about what they want to do and why they want to do it.